Welcome to our first demo session on Dynamics 365 CRM with Power Apps. And let me start with talking about myself. Yeah. So my name is Raj, and I've been associated with Visualpath for a couple of years. And I have a total of 12-ish years of experience in IT, 8 years in the Power Platform space, 6.5 years of Dynamics experience as well, certified in almost all Power Platform certifications, apart from PL 600, which I'm yet to grab. Apart from that, also I'm certified in Microsoft Dynamics CRM platform. Okay. I have built more than 2000 apps. I coach people for hackathons and custom requests or custom development. Also, I support members who are coming in. I have done freelancing activities from 2015, if I may say, and I'm proficient in English, Telugu, Kannada, Hindi. This is a structure, it's a bottom up concept. You climb the ladder from the bottom. Usually, you might have heard about the name Power BI. You get into the domain by using Power BI or Power Apps Developer. Once you get into it, you are either getting into a role of a support specialist or an admin specialist of Dynamics 365 CRM. Then you climb the ladder to become a project manager, functional consultant, or technical consultant. These three, or even consultant also, all four of them are interchangeable, depends on the company that you get hired to. Your main task would be to integrate or have a conversation with the stakeholders, translate whatever your stakeholder is requesting into the technical jargons for your team to develop that specific Dynamics program. Last but not the least is developer, and the last one is solution architect. See, there are levels of customizations in CRM, okay, and there are different modules. Okay, there are a total of at least 18 modules that I am aware about, out of which Microsoft has given 11 modules for public, out of which again there are three main modules which are taught across customer service. The expectation is you know these three end to end, and you extend your knowledge to other modules. Okay, considering the course lasts for 40 hours, in 40 hours we focus on sales. We understand how marketing and customer service are related to it. Okay, beyond that, other modules will not be covered, because again, field service is there. Again, multiple permutation combination, multiple modules are there. We will, it's just that with respect to designing, we will teach you how the progression would be. Again, after that, you can study or you can proceed on exploring each individual modules on your own. Okay, that's the standard industry practice. Now, if I go to the syllabus part of it, Dynamics 365 CRM is a very UI heavy task. Everything is about the UI. Okay. So we would be building lot of forms, lot of views, lot of customizations. Okay. One important thing that we have to understand is, first we understand what are the three different pillars. Okay, sales, marketing, and customer service. You should know the back end information. In the introduction part, I will teach you what Dataverse is, the back end. Okay, now after that we will look into the rules, security rules. How do you manage the data? Okay, security rules, what are the features that are necessary, how do I set it up? Then we talk about out of box capabilities, customizations, which means what all things Microsoft provides as a part of the package. Okay. Then advanced MS Dynamics CRM. This involves two important topics, plugin and workflow. Plugin, we will not do deep dive because it involves proper C# coding. Okay. I'll show you the path. We'll install all the softwares. Only thing we will do is we will do a couple of examples. You have to try permutation combination. We will give you the instructions, the video instructions as well to practice more. The problem with Dynamics CRM is the more you practice, the more you get exposed to different type of issues. Okay. Last but not the least, again, Power Apps and Power Automate. It'll be a very short introduction part. I'll see if I can squeeze this in even before we start working on the concepts of CRM. Okay, so main idea is Power Apps and Power Automate are the backbone of Dynamics. No matter if you know about it, if you don't know about it, I'll give you a basic intro of Power Apps and Power Automate because based on that specific pillar, you will get everything that is there in Dynamics 365 CRM. If you know Power Apps and Power Automate, good. If you don't know, don't panic. I'll be able to help you out on what's happening on these two. Now, I am very keen on teaching, so I have few prerequisites as well. As you guys are interested to learn, I have prerequisites as well. Okay, you should be aware about basic Microsoft products. I would be taking example of Excel, PowerPoint, Word. You should know what operating system means. So basic prerequisite. I know it is low code, no code. That means it doesn't mean there is totally no code. There is coding involved if your aim is to become a solutions architect. Okay. Now, a working laptop, I don't recommend using your own office laptops. Please, there are chances since we will log in to our own domain. I will be giving you licenses for 30 days. 30 days, you will have the licenses for 60 days. Okay. See, there is lot of drag and drop when we say about low code, no code. So good amount of real estate on a screen is much more necessary. Okay. And at the end of the day, I'll show you how you can buy licenses for your the Dynamics 365 platform. Why? That's the reason why I have mentioned credit card. It's not for me, it's for you guys to procure your own license. Because after the course is over, once the 60-day trial period is done, you might be interested in continuing your journey with CRM, right? And how to practice? See, CRM is not a theory topic. Okay, I don't want to brag about the applications and how it functions. I'll give you the notes, but it's all about practical. The more you practice, the more you know. Okay, and here it is mentioned as 30 days. After 30 days, we have to renew it. I'll show you how to renew it as well when we reach that specific stage. Apart from that, we will do many examples of building forms. We'll build views. Salesforce has been dominating the CRM market for like almost 2, 3 decades. Okay. However, things shift. Okay. Reason why there is a sudden decline in Salesforce, why there is a sudden hype in Microsoft Dynamics, what's happening in the industry? You guys might be interesting. So, what's happening? Will we get a new job role? How is the salary packages? I'll be very frank. This is the best time to get into Dynamics, and a lot of people are hiring. If you go to LinkedIn, just type CRM, Dynamics CRM. See, I can't say same about FNO or anyone who is doing admin-based work. I can't say anything same about other verticals of CRMs, ERP systems. But CRM is rocking really well. Okay. Now, reason there are multiple reasons for it. First of all, the primary reason is the bundling strategy. Microsoft shifted its bundling strategy for CRM very recently, a couple of years back. And since then, the license is being sold in bulk with the laptop manufacturers itself. So most of the company people have started getting the license for Dynamics 365 CRM for free to develop. Companies are also fine with it. Okay. Second most important thing, the layoffs, the trade wars, all of these things are also triggering companies to work with minimal workforce. They want blended role. They need business professionals who can develop. They don't need developers who become business analysts or something like that. Okay. So what is happening is they want the business folks to upgrade their skills to a stage where they can create their own app. Why? First point, they don't have salary as higher as a architect or a developer. First point. Second point, you don't need another translator because a business person would be explaining everything to architect and architect will be building. What if I can upgrade a business professional to a stage he can build on his own? That's the reason. Third, a blended role, a new skill for a person who might get obsolete if he doesn't upskill. Correct? So, fourth point, a very trending technology, cheaper in license, as of now, comes in bundled software with Microsoft. So, SSO, I don't need to set up, like for Raju might be aware, right? Salesforce is a completely different domain. He has to have a admin mapping between Microsoft domain to Salesforce domain, and then you create IDs, then define all the security rules. Nothing. Microsoft, you have username. If you're from Deloitte at Deloitte.com, you'll sign in, done. You are in the CRM. From based on your email address, your security role is set. Done. Since the functionality, the ease of use, the cost, and also external factors across the globe have drifted our tech from full stack developer concept to low code, no code concept to and making the existing business professionals more stronger than ever in IT industry. This is the prime reason why you see a sudden shift for people to start developing CRM. Okay, CRM, if you look very clearly, there is CRM in each and every place that you see. You go to Domino's Pizza, you have your vendor entering your pizza details in the small screen. Tut, 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 tut. That is that what they do. That's a CRM, right? So what's your birthday? What is happening? Yeah, you give the details. Sir, my birthday is so and so date. Every year they'll send you 5% coupon, 500 rupees coupon, or some other coupons. Correct? Similarly, when I speak about the concept of marketing, all of you are Instagram geeks, right? Scrolling, and sometimes you decide you talk to your friend or your wife. Hey, I wanted to look into that. It's good product, and suddenly the next reel that you see is about that product, right? That's called targeted marketing. Targeted marketing is a feature inside Dynamics 365 CRM marketing. Okay. So, depending upon the requirement, you might have seen everything happening around you. Okay. Field service, again, not part of this specific curriculum. Field service is an extension of Dynamics, just like marketing and customer service. Main idea here is when you book a Uber, it should go to a destination where your address is mapped. How does it go there? It records a location, you decide which person is opting for it, and it sends. It uses a CRM in a way, again, but predominantly you can design it on your own. Okay. So, with respect to that, know your enemies before you know your friends. So, Salesforce is a very good competitor. That's why I said HubSpot, Zoho, you might have seen ads all across India. Zoho app, Zoho stickers are there on your lifts, on buses, and stuff like that. Pipedrive, Fresh Sales. Odoo has been picking up really fast. You might have seen the ads of Odoo everywhere these days. They are based out of Ahmedabad. It's basically freeware CRM, free. So in India, everything that's free is popular. So Odoo is getting popular as well. However, the way they are operating is two apps for free, or if you're using a website, one app for free for first month. So I would also recommend for those who are entering into MS Dynamics 365 CRM, if you get time, please do look into the competitors as well. Okay, why? It's good to know what's there on the other side, just in case you see who does it better, right? Sometimes people come to you for suggestions to know, hey, which one's better among these? So you should be in a position to at least know the competitor before you recommend something to anyone. Okay, because if they do a research and come back, it will come and bite you in the later. Okay, so be cautious on that specific part. Now, let's begin our journey. See, database is nothing but a storage container. Okay, there are five different important pillars that are available, which is tables, which involve rows and columns, and each column is has a designated data type. What do you mean by data type? Data type is nothing but the type of information that has been stored in the column. Give me an example. So, date is a data type, text is a data type, word or whole number is a data type, long text, small text, you might have seen float, all those options are available. Okay. Likewise, here also we have text, boolean, number, date, different types of data types available. There is a concept called as keys, primary and secondary, also foreign keys sometimes. This is a proper database concept. When it comes to databases, one amazing feature about it is being able to connect between one table and another table. Example, if there is a table called as teachers and another table called as students, the capability of mapping teachers table to students table creates a relationship. Okay. This relationship is created based on the unique values that are listed in any of the columns in these two tables. Okay. And that specific columns are designated as primary key. And if there are any columns who are similar, and if you want to sub categorize them, you can map a secondary key. Now, database is nothing but a repository of data. Okay, clean data, not so clean data, that is debatable. We'll come to that. But how would I interact with a database? See, database is just a storage device. Interacting with a database is basically like filtering out unwanted information. Okay. See, it is not about grabbing what I need. It is all about filtering out the information that is not required. Example, if you guys have a little bit of a knowledge on SQL, if you don't worry about it. There is a syntax called as select all, okay, from which table, okay. Select all means bring everything whichever is stored in the data table. Now, if you need anything specific, I need one column. Select the table column name, only that details. So basically what you're trying to do with this type of syntax is you're asking questions to database. Hey, do you have this? Can I get this information? Can you able to query? Query is nothing but questioning, right? So you're questioning the database. Hey, can you give me this information? If the condition matches, you would receive the result. Okay, if the condition doesn't matches, no results will be sent over to you. Now, why am I talking about database in the point where we have started working on CRM? See, there is no way CRM would exist without a good database. And if you guys are fans of Marvel like me, you would have seen Marvel movies, you have talked about multiverse, and or you're on the other end of horizon, which is metaverse. If you have seen that as well, you might understand that any word along with verse means its availability across. Okay, omnipresent. Data verse, the title itself means the data which is available across all platforms. Very aptly defined because what happens? This is the database which is available to all products of Microsoft Fabric, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages, and since the database is same, I can do a lot of other things with that specific data and integrate the capabilities of AI. I can integrate it with other data connectors. If I have data stored in other locations, I can map that to this. Okay. So Dataverse is a very, very strong database when used in conjunction to Power Apps, Power Automate, and Dynamics, because this can be available across all those platforms. Okay. There are a couple of more advantage of using Dataverse than any other databases. Any examples of other database? See, simple ones. Oracle, as you said, we have MongoDB. If you guys have used MongoDB, then MySQL, MS SQL, then we have so many databases available right now. Okay, even NQSQL. Anything that has SQL as its suffix is database. Okay, and almost to be very frank, ideally you would either do create, delete, edit, and update in any of the databases. Okay, these are the instructions that are pretty much common in any of the databases. However, Dataverse is a UI heavy database. Okay, see, if you have seen working of a database or if you're a user of MS SQL in Visual Studio from way back, you would see it looks ugly. It pulls the data. When it pulls the data, it shows in a very dumb table list somewhere in the Visual Studio, and you would feel that, yeah, this is a database backend. There's not much of a UI involved. Okay. However, Dataverse, on the other hand, is a very interact with it. You will understand that it is very UI heavy, and you can also include. What's so amazing about it? You can also include images and also videos up to 50 MB. Okay. Why? Is if you want to have something interactive with, you can actually build a Netflix in that. I'm not sure which movies gets it in 50 MB, but at least the short movie ones you can build in Dynamics or even Power Apps as well. Okay. So that's couple of, and that's a big deal coming in from a database which can store images and videos. That's a very rare combination. Okay. So if I dig deeper into why Dataverse is such a big deal and why am I emphasizing on that fact? Because when you go to an interview or whenever you are speaking with any of the folks who are already handling the Dataverse, they might be very much excited when to talk about Dataverse because it has reduced a lot of efforts for a lot of people, and integration with Dynamics 365 CRM is a bliss. You don't have to worry about it, and it becomes the sole source of data for a CRM. So there is no escaping from learning Dataverse. Okay, without Dataverse, CRM doesn't exist. At least Microsoft CRM doesn't exist. Okay, and there are few important applications without which CRM might not be handy. First of all, why is it so good? It's easy to manage. Okay. All the information, the whole database that is there is stored in a cloud. You don't have to worry about anything. SSO signing, SSO out. Anyone who doesn't understand what SSO means, single sign on. So what happens when you get Microsoft license of your company, whichever company you join in, you have to enter that value to sign into that domain. Okay. For example, we use Microsoft Teams. Use your Microsoft ID. Imagine you're working for Accenture. You use your Sharat Kumar at accenture.com email address to sign into Teams. Just like that, I don't need something special apart from that email address. Yeah, perfect, Shoaib. So you don't need anything apart from, you don't need another username and another password to sign in. All you have to do is sign in with your regular, because it is a Microsoft product, right? So just use the same Sharat Kumar at Accenture and you are in Dataverse as well. Okay. So it is ease of use. You have better, much more less confusing. People don't forget passwords, nothing happens. So those things, it is very much helpful. Now, if I think about Next one. Hey, it's easy to secure. I have been emphasizing the fact of security since I started. See, CRM is all about prohibiting people who don't have access. See, not everyone will be able to see everything. Our job while developing a CRM database or a form or a view will be to make sure we have that clear bifurcation between roles and we don't give access to everything to everybody. We will define a designated role to a designated person. For example, if Shoaib is from marketing, Raju is from customer service, Rohit is from sales, right? If I assign you the respective roles, marketing manager, sales manager, and the third one, customer service manager, you would be able to access only the domain that is relevant to you. However, if I get a new role, like Sharat, I give him access of system administrator, he has access to all three. Not everyone in the organization has access to system administrator. Okay, please note that security role becomes very, very critical. Now, accessing your Dynamics 365 data. It's so easy. And the version that I am going to give you is the latest Dynamics 365 version. Please be mindful whenever CRMs are involved, actual companies don't prefer the latest version. Okay. However, since we are in a transition phase as of now, you can see a lot of AI related capabilities. We would be using the latest version of Dynamics 365 CRM, and the data interaction will also be latest. You will also see how with Copilot, I can build a table within no time. Okay. Now, that becomes very important. Now, rich metadata. What is this metadata? So, what is the need for a metadata? See, metadata is nothing but, as I said, never ever a repository has one database. A repository for a CRM has multiple database. Example, if I talk about sale, there is a table called as product. There will be a table which is called as price. There will be a table which is called as discount. There will be a table which is called as portfolio. There will be a table called as employees, right? There will be a table which says profit. So CRM just doesn't capture one table information. There are gazillion number of tables coming together, defined with a concept called as relationships. In CRM, there are three important types of relationships: one to many to one, many to many. These three are the three important relationship methodologies. Okay. Now, this I will explain in depth. Relationship concept is very critical when you're dealing with CRM. If you miss up even one thing here and there, gone. Okay. Now, logic and validation. See, beautiful application. See, CRM is not just about plugins. It has business process flow, aka also known as BPF, and it has business rules. What is the use of business rules? To automate. It has workflows. However, workflows is getting obsolete in few months. Okay. I will teach you that because CRM companies using CRM will always use older versions, not the latest version. If something really, so just like if you have seen in any of the companies, right? The 11 Windows 11 version that you have on your personal laptop might be of a latest version than the one which you're using in your office laptop, because offices prefer stable versions rather than latest versions. Okay. Now, productivity tools, there are a lot of add-ins available. You can integrate with Microsoft Excel, you can integrate data with Access, whichever you prefer. You can work with Dataverse concept. Okay. Now, if I get into that, with respect to the customers, there are a couple of jargons that you guys already might be aware about, which is B2B, B2C, and hybrid. B2B is when a company tries to support another company, is a B2B. B2C is a company providing products to a customer directly. Hybrid, when a company can do both. For example, B2B, probably any enterprise level company which is manufacturing only for enterprises, probably your catering services in your office. Okay, it's a business of catering services who is serving food in your organization for its employees. So it's a B2B, or the work staff in your office, the cleaning staff in your office. So all of them are business to business. Second one, business to consumer. What do you mean by business to consumer? Yeah, everything around you, basically. Anyone who's trying to sell you stuff is B2C. Okay. So predominantly you go to pizzas, you go to ration shops, you go to kirani shops, whichever shops you visit, all of these shops are B2C, right? And last but not the least, there are companies which are working on a hybrid mode these days. For example, Tata Motors. Tata Motors sells cars to not just consumers, however, they sell it to governments, they sell it to military, defense, right? So, depending upon what type of customers you're working with, your flavor of CRM changes. Keep that in mind. Okay. So, these three jargons are industry standard. Almost, I think you might have known about B2B, B2C. Hybrid is just a mix of both of them. So, we have been talking about CRM, CRM, CRM. Everyone is like, okay, CRM is so much hype. Everyone is interesting to learn. And low code, no code is that nice, I would say, salt on the pizza that is tempting everyone to come in. Okay. But what's in it for you, right? And what it actually means. See, CRM is a tool for an organization to capture its either sales, or they are supporting their existing customers, or they are trying to do some kind of a targeted marketing. Okay. There are a lot of permutation combinations of this version. And rather than telling that you will be developing a complete software, Microsoft has already done 50% of work for you. You can ask, hey, Raj sir, what do you mean 50%? All these sales, marketing, field service, business central, all of these are pre-built apps by Microsoft. Then what is the role of solution architect, sir? Doesn't he build everything from scratch? No. A standard app is provided in Dynamics. Okay. What is the standard app? When I say Dynamics 365 sales, everything that is related to sales, marketing, and customer service, a standard app is already there in front of you to work upon. Now, on that standard form, solution architect's role is just to amend each and every connection according to what your customer requests. And Microsoft has done meticulous research, and they have come up with only 11 pillars, 17 if you go internally, if you go deeper, there are 17, but 11 different types of CRM tools which have been provided, and they are necessary. And you, as an architect, tomorrow will be able to modify it according to your needs. Okay, that's the role of a CRM developer. You can become a techno functional engineer if your vocabulary is good, if you can explain your customer what their expectation is. But highest level of packages are backed by solution architects. Just to give you a perspective, if all of you are based out of India, I'll give you a couple of numbers. People who are good at Power Apps might get 20 to 25 packages. People who are good at CRM basic customizations, except plugins, you can go till 30. Beyond 30, if you want to climb, it's gonna be their expectation actually increases. CRM along with C Sharp, along with JavaScript, along with lot of integration topics, lot of migration you should have done, and the questionnaire increases. So my suggestion, aim higher. If you aim for a solution architect, you'll reach a functional consultant. If you aim functional consultant, you'll reach a Power Apps developer. So aim higher, you'll reach a next best thing there is.